Hi, I'm Lacey of Lacey and Carroll Photography, and I am here to teach you about pre-shoot organization. Get it together, you guys. This class should help you with pre-shoot production. Some of the production I have learned from my commercial work and others I have implemented and created myself to help me on the day of a senior or teen shoot. So a little bit about me is that I'm a commercial and portrait photographer based in Northern California. I shoot in Sacramento, but I also shoot a lot in San Francisco, where I'm from originally. And I specialize in commercial work as well as tweens, teens, and seniors. Working in the commercial photography field has allowed me to implement some of the elements I've learned there into my portrait sessions to create magazine-worthy images. And I also love creating fun and unique sets, styling my clients, and finding the perfect locations for their shoots. When I'm not behind the lens, I actually do improv comedy. I volunteer with my local animal shelter and rescue, and I love to binge on Netflix while I'm editing. I don't know about you guys, but that's one of my favorite things to do. I also have an amazing husband named Kyle, and together we raised our beautiful nieces, Kat and Sam. We also have 3 dogs, and 2 are tripods, and a cat named Hazel. So that's a little about me, and here's a little bit about this class. If you're always feeling flustered or overwhelmed on shoot days, do your clients know what to do and how to prepare? Do you always find yourself thinking, oh my gosh, I wish they brought this. I wish they brought that. Are you making the most out of your communications and pre-consults before your shoot even happens? Well, this is the class for you if you've asked yourself these questions. And it is time to get it together. From the welcome email to the fashion consult and all the way up until the day of the photo shoot, we are going through and organizing our lives to make for the best workflow for our business. Why do I do it this way? Personally, organization calms me. Something that I noticed in college was when I lived with a roommate who was extremely messy and I could not focus. So I realized I needed to create my own sanctuary in my bedroom of organization, and that allowed me to be prepared to do homework and write essays. So that's something I learned quite early in my career and journey. So when I implemented some of these things into my business, it really helped me. I was also tired of clients showing up unprepared. Something I noticed was my clients would show up with wrinkly clothing. They would show up with chipped fingernails occasionally, if their nail polish wasn't looking great. And maybe they would already have makeup on, even though we had hired hair and makeup. So also this helps my hair and makeup team be prepared. So if someone comes with their hair clean and dry and their face clean and moisturized, it helps start the day off right. Ultimately, my work suffered from lack of planning, and now I can create the finished images I feel represent my brand. And being this organized allows my clients to enjoy the couture experience that I offer. So there is no stress on the day of if they've forgotten something, because I actually give them a day-to-day how to prepare for the week coming up for their photo shoot. So here's a little blast from the past, and I'm sharing this today because although this girl, Julia, she was gorgeous, and I loved her little outfit, but we had decided to go to the fair as well as this beautiful garden area near the river in my town. And I feel like both of the same outfit, but I feel like both of the locations don't really go with the outfit that well. And that is because there was no planning. I just told her, wear something cute. So is it cute? Yes, she wore exactly what I asked for. Does it fit the location in either spot we went? Absolutely not. So those are things that we're going to be going through. These were like some of my favorite images from that year because I loved the location and I loved the girl. She's gorgeous. But looking back, I go, oh my gosh, I could have done this so much better. I could have planned with her. We could have gone back and forth on a email thread or a text to get the right outfits for both location. Here is another gorgeous girl from my very first model team. Her name is Kate, And although all of her outfits are great and the colors do kind of go with the location, they're all the same exact silhouette. And I noticed, okay, this is a problem. I need to start working with my clients to differentiate some of these looks. So, although I loved these images and I loved these outfits, she didn't get the variety that my clients now get to have when they do a photo shoot with me. So one of the things that I look for is in styling is silhouette, is color, and then is it trendy, is it classic? We want to hit all of those things. And with her shoot, it was all the same silhouette all the way through. So here's a client from last year or 2 years ago now, and this is a client that I have since implemented all of these strategies, and you can see we do completely different silhouettes, completely different vibes, and we also coordinate the location to the outfit. Here's another example of that, and even more. So now that I've implemented these things, you can see I'm making the most of the location. I'm making the most of what the client wants, because keep in mind the client is also picking these outfits for their shoot, and it's because they want certain vibes, they want to represent themselves in a certain way. All of these organizational things have helped me get to that point. Now this is 17 hats, and I'm not here to sell you on this specific client management system, but what I do want to tell you is it is very important to have a client management system for your back end, to help you with workflow, to help you with contracts and invoices and scheduling. Trust me, trust me, trust me, whether you use Honeybook or 17 Hats or any of the other amazing client management systems. I personally use 17 Hats. This is what I started with, and this is why I am showing you this now. So, correspondence. Correspondence is key. And here I am when the client booked me. You can see I book out several months in advance, so they booked and paid their invoice in March. Okay, and this is for a June 24th photo shoot. Okay, so I have an automated generated workflow that about 25 days before their photo shoot, it will auto generate an email. So I put their June 24th date on the calendar, and it knows to start this workflow 25 days before. So the auto-generated email comes out for the fashion consult with a scheduling link. Once they make that, we have an appointment reminder. So they made theirs, they made their appointment, I believe, on June 11th. So this is 3 days before the consult. They get an automated reminder for their fashion consult. This ensures that you aren't having any no-shows for your fashion consult, okay? And this email is a template that contains the full information. So this is one that I do make myself, because after the fashion consult, and I will be showing you this later, I take images of the outfits they have chosen. I input those into the upcoming shoot along with a list of what we've come up with that they need to bring. So let's say, one of the outfits is something that a client brought. I would list that. Let's say we have an outfit where she goes, oh my gosh, I have a pair of boots that would go perfectly. I list that in this email. So this is an email that is not auto-generated, but I send a reminder to myself to make sure that this goes out at least 10 days before. On this particular occasion, it was 12 days before. So I always try and get that out there so they have plenty of time to prepare. Once that goes out, the auto-generated reminders set again, and we are at 48 hours before their shoot. Just another reminder. Yes, I send that many reminders to make sure that they are prepared. Their photo shoot happens on June 24th, and then about 15 days a schedule is sent to them. So this again is auto-generated. So I have I just put in, okay, I know that their photos will be done in 30 days. So I put that in the calendar I put like cat Lacert's images due, right? So that automated reminder will happen 15 days before so they can schedule their gallery reveal. Now in this case, they lived a little bit far, so we did a Zoom meeting. I don't always do a Zoom meeting, but if we do one, then I send personally a Zoom link because it's less than, I'd say it's 10% of my clientele that we do Zoom meeting gallery reveals. I don't have an automated generated workflow for it, but I think it's important to show you that because you can interrupt the workflow easily to send your own email. And their gallery reveal was on the 17th. I send them the invoice for their image orders and their product orders, and that is the final email that I send. Typically when they go to pick up their images, but I was going to mail them to them because they live about 3.5, 4 hours away from me. You know, we will correspond via text for them to pick them up because I'll just tell them, hey, I'm at the studio this time, this time, this time. This shows you how many correspondence I send to just one client. I think it is very important to do that so you do not mess up your workflow. You don't want to do these manually. You want to make sure that these are on an auto-generated timeline so you aren't constantly taking the time and also using templates. So I will show you some templates that I have created, and it will show you exactly what I send to my clients. So first off, on the left is my booking information. So it will show right here what they want. And then when you go to the other side, this is the template of a email that I've sent. So you can see all of this on the right here. This is a template, and then with the teen couture session, I just will switch that out if it is the editorial session versus the couture session. There's like a 3-hour session, a 2-hour session. It just depends. And then my session fee. And I remind them that they have a pricing guide, a link to the pricing guide. And in order to book the session, they don't even get an invoice until they fully fill out the contract. The reason I do that is because in the contract, I have the options for each session fee as well as each product package fee. So they can always upgrade after the session, but I know I'm getting a minimum product buy-in when they sign that contract. So I make sure that all of my bases are covered before they even pay me. That way, people in the past have told me, oh my gosh, you know, they paid me and then they never sent or never signed the contract. I do it the opposite way. That way, I can ensure the contract is signed very easily. So this template shows everything, and then there are just a few sections at the top and bottom that I change. I make sure that I have the name in there, of course, as well as which session they choose, and the dates that I'm available at the bottom. So after they book and after they pay, I have learned that what I need to know before my client even comes in for their consult and to let them know what to expect from me. Like I said, in the past, multiple times I have had clients show up with wrinkly clothes or with similar outfits over and over again, whether it was a white dress and in a field kind of vibe they wanted, or it was like t-shirt and jeans kind of vibe. Now, I'm totally fine with shooting a white dress in a field. I'm also totally fine with jeans and a t-shirt. Let's step it up a notch so we can make sure that everyone has a unique photo shoot to them. So this is the email that I send when we were talking about what to bring to your fashion consult. So I tell them to bring a few outfits or sentimental items from home, a sports uniform if that is what they're planning on shooting with, a nude bra, and several pairs of jeans. I don't carry a bunch of jeans in my style closet because I feel like everyone has a pair of jeans that they love and that they fit them. I do have some jeans, but typically they're like something funky and fun that normal people wouldn't have in their closet. I also tell them to refrain from wearing heavy makeup and heavy perfumes because, oh my gosh, I've had girls come in with like a bunch of makeup and ruin outfits, especially anything that's light colored. Then I have to waste my time trying to get those stains out, and sometimes they never do. I also ask from them preferred dates and times if and based on the availability below. So I have them schedule their consult in that link with Acuity scheduling. However, sometimes people are like, none of those dates work, so I'll have them message me and see if we can come to an agreement on a time, and also their measurements. So all of these things come to me right after the fashion consult email. And to help them out and kind of guide them, I have also created some Pinterest boards for wardrobe, makeup, hair, and session inspiration. These can be a mix of things I've already shot as well as things I hope to shoot. And that kind of helps me lead my clients to where I want them to be. So let's talk about a fashion consult. Here is my style closet, and here's a video of some behind the scenes. So this is my style closet, and you are about to see a behind the scenes of an actual fashion consult. But first off, I want to tell you, this is 10 years into my business, so I have had the time to establish a style closet, and styling is one of my passions. If it is not one of yours, if you've just started out, don't worry about it. You too can have a fashion consult. The first 5 years of my business, I was having fashion consults with clients with items they were bringing from their own closet with a few accessories that I would have. So here she is. This is Miss Casey, and she brought a really adorable floral romper from home. And then based on her Pinterest, I pulled a few items. Now, Casey, she is very eclectic. She likes everything from super glam and beautiful to edgy to sporty. So she's a really fun client to play with. She was actually on my senior model team, so I knew her really well by this point. And then there's a couple of items that we pulled together after I had like a quick little chat with her and her mom. Mom did not want to be in the video, but mom is there. I always encourage a parent being there for a fashion consult to make sure that, you know, the ones that are paying are also getting a little bit of input there. So Casey really loves Harry Styles, so this outfit was inspired by Harry Styles. And here is her adorable romper. I added one of my hats and these cute little shoes. I think it's super adorable. And I always have my handy dandy clamp if something's not quite fitting right. That's the beauty of photos, is that you don't need every angle. We can just shoot this from the front, and we'd never know that clip was there, and it fits her like a glove. So I make sure to take photos of every single thing that we try on, even things that they're kind of meh about, because you never know. And at the end of our consult, and I will show you some behind the scenes of that, you will be seeing us go through our images and choose. So here we go. Okay, so that was behind the scenes of a fashion consult. So, as a reminder, you should know their measurements and review their Pinterest to set aside a few outfits and pieces they might like. Let them try on no more than 10 outfits. This is a hard and fast rule. Of course, I make exceptions for outfits that don't fit, but if they have tried on 10 outfits that fit fine and they have shown interest in them, that is it. You should stop there. And you want to start to curb that because at the end of the day, it's going to be really hard for them to choose as well, and it can make the consult get a little out of hand. Take photos of each outfit. With the exception of the ones that don't fit correctly, take a photo of every outfit, even if it's something they're not sure about, because there may be an element or item from that outfit that they do like, whether it's the shoes or maybe it's a jacket. So make sure to get photos of each outfit. And afterwards, we review them over the phone or screen share on the TV in my studio so they can choose. So here is a little behind the scenes of that. Why, yes, I am an organizational freak. That's what this segment is all about. So as you can see, I put all of my clients into albums on my phone. After a few months, I will put that album onto my iPad so that way my phone isn't constantly full of albums of clients. But when I am doing that fashion consult and taking those images, I put them immediately in an album named after the client. So that way, when it is getting closer to the shoot time, I don't have to go look for it. I can pull those images, send them. If I have an assistant, I can send them to my assistant. I can also remind the hair and makeup team what they'll be wearing. So you can see here, all of the outfits that Casey tried on are in this. And then from there, we go into um, my selling room and I screen share and we name all of the outfits. So like that one's checkerboard. I can't remember what we named this one, but let's just call it, oh, that's Harry Styles right there. So we just name them fun little names and then we go back and forth to decide which ones we want. Now I sped this up because it can take a little bit of time. It's usually between 5 and 10 minutes. And it's also a great way to actually upsell your session fee. So my top session fee, it includes 3 outfits because I'm very involved with styling, hair and makeup, etc. However, for a additional fee, they can add a 4th or 5th outfit. And this is a great way if mom really wants an outfit versus senior really wants an outfit. It's a great way to find a compromise for a small fee. So we just go back and forth and say, okay, what are we thinking about this one? There might be one that they immediately are like, absolutely, yes, I want that one. And there might be one that they're like, absolutely no, I don't want that one. In her case, she liked everything, and it was, we were just narrowing down, okay, this is a similar silhouette, vice versa. So I highly recommend doing this, even if they bring items from home, because it's a great way to make sure that your shoot is well-rounded and that you have different styles and silhouettes represented in your shoot for different locations and whatnot. And here we are celebrating. We have finished. Yay! So here's the email that I send about their upcoming shoot. This happens after their fashion consult and is getting them ready for their session. So as you can see here, I remind them to review the email thoroughly and to also go through the getting ready guide, which you guys will see in a little bit. So I put the call time, of course. I also have my address, so they get the address to my studio as well as the call time, and then I give them a timeline. So 3 days before, it's important to start washing their face. I would love for them to do this, and I do remind them at the fashion consult to start cleansing their face in the morning and at night. Cetaphil is something that my dermatologist recommended. I asked him, hey, I work with teens, what is like the across the board what you recommend? And Cetaphil is the one, and it's really cheap and you can get it pretty much anywhere. He said unless someone has very specific issues, most of the time Cetaphil will get the job done. And I start telling them 2 days before, they do not want to do this the day before or the day of, to start waxing and tweezing. And then the day before, they should paint their nails, drink plenty of water, and prep the bag of what they're supposed to bring. So that way on the day of, they're not in a frenzied hurry. And then I list exactly what we talk about. So for this girl, Lila, we talked about strapless bandeau in multiple colors, a tank top, dance shorts for underneath the skirt, flip-flops or slip-on shoes, and a light jacket. So these are things that are specific to this client, like I said, and I think it's really important to make sure that you have all of that in there so they know exactly what to bring. Here are the finished images from this client. And you can see, even though we have these behind the scene pictures after hair and makeup and after professional photography, these images look great. And she has the proper undergarments and her nails look great. It makes for a perfect day before your shoot. And here's Miss Casey. This is the girl that we saw in the video earlier. And here are the outfits she chose. And like I said, she ended up upgrading to an additional outfit. So instead of 3, she went with 4 because she just couldn't choose which one she wanted. And here are some finished images. We did some in studio and some outside. It was really fun. One of my favorite shoots of last year. And here is the getting ready guide that I send to all of my clients. I also have this in a blog post, so they have the option of looking at the attachment or just clicking on a link and going to a blog post. So I tell them to turn their phone horizontally for optimized viewing. And by the way, this is downloadable in the Senior Style Guide shop, and you can use your own images, but I also have images where I had clients like this sign a stock photo agreement, so you can use some of the images here, like this one, and some of the skincare images. Okay, so we talk about the fashion consult, we talk about prepping for their photo shoot, whether it's for skin and hair, nails, everything. We talk about what to bring for the girls and for the guys, and you can take the numbers off of these if you want and take off one for the boys, take off one for the girls, and have a specific getting ready guide for each if you'd like. And then we talk about the details. This is just a quick overview. So again, yes, I say it in the email, but I also say it here. Why? Because a lot of people don't read through the emails, but they will read through this. So I think it's really important to make sure to give them multiple avenues to review how to get ready. What I have found is that the more prepared you are, the more prepared they are. Here is some hair and makeup prep with some behind the scenes of my hair and makeup artists. And then lastly, it's a call for them to share their images on social media with the hashtags, and you can put your own Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok on there. And yeah, I highly recommend making sure that you have some sort of call to arms in any of your guides. And lastly, if they're having trouble like last minute, or maybe this is what I should bring to my fashion consult, I have them send me some images. And occasionally, if I have clients that are too far away, I will do a Zoom fashion consult, and you can do this too, even if you don't have a studio. You can get on either Zoom or FaceTime, and you can chat with them about outfits to bring. And this is something I did before I had a studio and before I had a style closet. I would just chat with them quickly and say, oh yeah, let's bring that jacket. Oh, that's a cute outfit. Oh, maybe not that one because I could see that one being too similar to this one, and vice versa. So I always tell people to be over prepared, and that's something I highly recommend. Okay, so let's talk about Team Up. I have spoken about this app in previous classes, but I think it's really important for my workflow and also scheduling. So I'm showing you a 2020 calendar in August. And so what I have here is how I schedule my hair and makeup, but I also schedule my days off because I personally am really bad at making sure I have days off. I don't know about you guys. So I make sure to schedule in my editing, my personal, like you can see here on the 30th, I have a vet appointment. That's why it says baggy on there. I have some doctor's appointments down on September 1st, and I have to make sure that they are getting scheduled around my clients. So I try to give myself 2 days off a week. I think it's really important. Occasionally, those days off include doctor's appointments and other things, but I do try to do that and make sure that I am home. This is something that I have worked on pretty regularly for the last few years because I will find myself working 60 hours a week if I do not schedule it. And you can see here that the multiple colored ones are actual photo shoots, and my clients choose their dates, and then from there I tell my hair and makeup team, hey, I've put a few dates in the calendar, can you claim these? So you can see here Bin on the 27th, she's on the team, so it's marked with blue. Sarah, who's a makeup artist, has claimed it, so she's yellow. Purple is me, so I'm purple on everything. And then orange is Heather, she's a hairstylist. So I know just from looking at it, without clicking on it, that Sarah and Heather have claimed that. So I know Bin is covered for hair and makeup. Same thing with Carla Headshot. On there, you can see that it's just pink. That's Elisa. She's a hair and makeup artist. Or maybe in this case for headshots, I typically have people book just makeup and no hair, because a lot of people just can do their own hair if it's something simple. So occasionally they'll just opt for makeup only for headshots, which is an option. And in some areas you will see just purple, like for a mini session or Renee. I had headshot day that day. Those are people that opted for no hair and makeup. That is only an option for headshots as well as tweens. So I have that as an option for tweens, although they can opt for hair and makeup. But I do highly recommend, if you opt for hair and makeup for tweens, that you have skilled hair and makeup people that can make it look like no makeup. Super important. You don't need false eyelashes on an 11-year-old, right? So all the green are ordering sessions or fashion consults, the dark green. The like tealy green is editing, obviously. And then team shoot days are in blue. So if I have a mini session on one day, the 15th, you can see there's a bunch of different people that booked. Versus a team shoot day, yes, I shot at 5 a.m., but that's because it's August in Sacramento, so that means it's over 100 degrees easily that day, so we get up very early. I believe that day was in Davis, and we went to the parks out there to do some fun shoots, and we were done by about 8 a.m., and it was already, if I remember correctly, over 90 degrees at 8 a.m. So yeah, I highly recommend making the most out of your calendar, and Team Up being color coordinated. Oh my gosh, it makes my life easy. So check out Team Up. It is both desktop and app available for Apple and Android. Okay, so here's another reason why I love Team Up so much. So let's click on Callie's, and you can see down here it says one hair and makeup look. So that way I put that in immediately when I schedule their session for my hair and makeup to claim. That way we know exactly what we're in for. So one hair and makeup look, it's starting at 12:30, it's ending at 7. And I also put this link in the fashion consult. So if they have sent me a Pinterest, I link it in here. That way my hair and makeup team can see what they're interested in, as well as myself for the fashion consult. I can see kind of the vibes that they're going for. So you can see she's wanting really neutral colors here, and maybe like a glam eye, and then some like edgy, potentially edgy hair. So this kind of gives us an idea, so we're not going in completely blind. And it really is helpful for when you are scheduling your clients. And then you can also see here, like this shoot, I did not need hair and makeup, so they know not to claim it. So that's why it stays purple. So that's really helpful that you can put in the notes. You can also put specific notes in here if you would like, for yourself or hair and makeup, and the client won't see this. Like I have in the past said, client has trouble skin, so that can really help my makeup artist prepare. I can also put something in here, like if it's a team shoot, I could say no hair and makeup required, but if they want to offer their services, occasionally I'll do like collab, but collab is open. Okay, I'm going to erase this because that is not a part of that, but that kind of helps you have a communication with your team, that you don't have to constantly be texting them. So I hope that helps. Okay, so now that we have talked about email correspondence, scheduling, the fashion consult, now we're going to talk about the day of the shoot. And here's what comes in my senior swag bag. So here is my senior swag bag. I make sure that it is branded. Everything I have is branded with my logo, including The water bottle, I get these from Photo Flash Drive, and my clients get to decorate them with custom stickers, as well as some cute stickers from Amazon. Here are some scrunchies, and I like to pick out my clients' favorite colors. So the girl I was prepping this for, her favorite color was blue. And these I also get off of Amazon. You can get those in bulk. These are from Michaels. I typically go to Michaels when they have a sale for like 75% off. Cute little face mask. Candle, of course. I get these in bulk as well. And we also have custom stickers for them. Also, this cute lip gloss. I always buy everything in bulk. Make sure for your cost of overhead. These I also buy in bulk. They're cute necklaces and they come in different colors from clear to pink to purple. I really love these and the girls really love them. I always get nail polish, and I think it's really important to get it in a nude or neutral, so that way the day before the shoot they can use this if they aren't going to a professional nail salon. Some washi tape because that's adorable. A few more stickers from LMCP. And lastly, these cute little mantra bracelets. I love these. They all have a few different sayings on the inside or outside, and they come in rose gold, gold, and silver. So let's talk about organization of jewelry and accessories. So unlike the fashion consult, I just pick out the jewelry and accessories the day of the shoot. That way there's not too much prep for the photo shoot. So while they're getting their hair and makeup done and just after, I will start picking out or helping them pick out some of the items for their shoot. And typically a good way to start is to decide if one outfit is gold or one outfit is silver jewelry, and we go from there. This is my hair, makeup, and accessory room. So while they're getting their hair and makeup done, they have a chance to kind of look around at some of the accessories and go from there. So one of the things that I like to do is make sure that my jewelry and accessories are super organized if we are going on location or if we have multiple girls, especially if it's a team shoot. So I start with the jewelry that's going to be for the last outfit on the bottom, and you can see here that I do that, and then I separate it with a paper towel to avoid tangling, but also so there's a clear delineation for each outfit. So it's super simple. And then I go to the next outfit, which happens to be silver jewelry, and we have the necklace, the earrings, and the rings. So we go from there, and it just makes it so much easier when we are packing, and also this is a really good method if you have a team shoot. I got these bins from the Container Store, and they're color coordinated with orange, yellow, purple, and pink. And here I am putting a few extras in. I always like to grab a few extras in both silver and gold that may go with the outfits, because sometimes the client is getting their hair and makeup done and they don't have time to go through and pick the jewelry themselves. So I highly recommend doing that, and boom, you're ready to go. So that is it for my class, and I hope this helps you towards getting organized in your business. Just remember, communication with clients is easy as long as you make sure they're prepared for the photo shoot. Fashion consults, even if you don't have a style closet, are important. Make scheduling easy for your hair and makeup team with Team Up, and organize before the shoot so you aren't stressed on the day of your photo shoot. And lastly, put workflows into place to make organizing easier. I hope this helps, and you can visit me on lacymcarroll.com for more tips on my blog.